Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm in your nightmares. I'm David.
Right. 1-2, Nightstrike's coming for you. Or, in the words of Mr. Kruger, welcome to the 6 a.m. slot on Cartoon Network, bitch. Because I don't think this was on prime time. See, it's a...
No,
anyway.
I don't think it was that nosebleed early, but it was probably moved to close to that early at some point.
Yeah, it was, man, Cartoon Network just did not want to actually carry this show, did they?
No.
Well, that's, you could say that about a lot of cartoons, but I don't think this was hosed as bad as some of them get.
No, not, it wasn't on the level of, like, Beware the Batman.
Oh, that, yeah. Did that even air more than one season?
Oh, well, I think it was like one of those seasons that's like 26 episodes, or maybe even 52 episodes. But like they burned off those last episodes in, hours that are, for which only insomniacs and meth addicts are awake.
Yeah,
the hours that are after Adult Swim is over, but before actual programming starts.
Yes. Like, you flip to the other channels, and it's all, like, weird religious programming and infomercials.
Yeah.
Well, I think Nickelodeon's been worse for that lately. For its cartoons. Because there's no cartoons on Saturday morning basic channels anymore.
Nope.
That era is gone. That was like... I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago when that kind of just stopped. Like,
yeah, all just infomercials. It's
Fox
not great.
The fuck stopped there.
It's pretty sad. It's, like, genuinely, legitimately sad, and I don't know what kids do anymore, except, I guess, watch YouTube.
Yes, they don't there's YouTube. There's
I guess the thing is that cartoons are always on now.
Yeah,
so you don't
I
need
guess
a specific
that's
time that they are on.
Well,
I guess
except
that's
for,
fair.
I don't know if they're still in charge, but like whoever was in charge of Cartoon Network was trying to phase out cartoons on Cartoon Network.
Oh, well, see, I think they reversed that, and now I believe they're just trying to phase out all programs that are not Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go.
Which, that is a running joke, but it's so close
It's
to the
true.
truth.
It's so true. It's like occasionally they might run a couple episodes of Steven Universe.
I mean, at least Teen Titans is good. Oh yeah, they were airing chunks, like when Steven Universe was ending. They seemed to air it in like 5-episode chunks every few months.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I believe they refer to it as a Steven bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, which, like, as marketing spin on that, is a good idea.
Huh?
Actual implementation, it's like, why?
Anyway, today's episode of Robots in Disguise is our totally unseasonable Halloween special, Even Robots Have Nightmares.
It's close. We're, no, not really that close. It's like almost the end of the next month. But, it's in the ballpark.
This is my new second favorite Decepticon from this show.
And this is written by John Loy, who has a very extensive animation resume. Going to the old IMDb here, you got Challenge of the GoBots.
What?
You've got Wildfire, which I'm pretty sure was a cartoon about a horse.
Rings a bell.
You've got Ultraman, The Adventure Begins.
Wait.
I know someone who knows about that.
Hello, wait, was that the... Oh, was that the oval one?
It looks like it's animated. It's from 1987.
Yeah.
The lives of 3 stunt pilots, Scott, Chuck, and Beth, are changed when they gain the ability to transform into 3 new Ultra beings and form the Ultra Force to battle 4 giant Sorkin monsters, which I assume are giant monsters that run on cocaine and have a lot of very centrist opinions about politics.
Just extremely precise dialogue.
I thought somebody else wrote that.
I think it had a bunch of
maybe it was
writers.
like a different writer for each episode because it's like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's got it also features Adrian Barbeau, apparently.
Yeah, the dub or the voice cast is really weird.
But going further in time, we've got the completely mental misadventures of Ed Grimley.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's a show I'd forgotten about. That was
Wow.
okay, I think.
You've got the
that
cartoons
was-
based on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, Back to the Future, and Problem Child.
Ooh.
What? Okay, that last one's a surprise.
They actually got Gilbert Gottfried on that one.
Not surprised. There were a lot of stand-up people and just like movie comedians with TV shows back then.
Well, I mean, specifically, he was in those Problem Child movies, I guess. So
Yeah.
I think he was the only... I think he sung the theme song.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
So you didn't have, like, for instance, how Rob Paulson briefly had a career playing Jim Carrey characters.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it looks like lately this guy has written several of those umpteen Land Before Time sequels.
Wow.
Yeah, they just keep going. I don't know how.
Kids love dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I guess, but...
Kids will always love dinosaurs. Also some adults, but also kids.
I mean, I'm sure those modern ones aren't as heartbreakingly traumatic as the original.
Aww, that's sad. I want
man.
them to be sad.
So much dinosaur death.
This is happy and upbeat. I hate it.
Anyway, this first aired June 27th, 2015, and we open with kitties.
Little stray kitty. There's a little stray kitty at the junkyard.
Yes, with weird, like, human eyes.
Yeah,
It does have sort of an odd pattern. Like, normally cats aren't quite that red in their patterning.
Yeah, no. Well, if it was that red, it would be a tabby. It's a very, like, puppy dog pattern on a cat with a giant head.
Yes.
It looks... Oh, wasn't there a toy line that had, like, giant-headed cats and dogs?
Like a
Like
Littlest Pet
Littlest
Shop?
Pet Shop?
Yeah, that. It's very much...
It does look kind of Littlest Pet Shop. But as someone who has taken up feeding the neighborhood strays, because I cannot have human friends at the moment within close proximity because they might give me COVID, I strongly approve of what Russell's doing here.
Yeah, the coloration in the cat just bothers me because I've never seen a cat like that.
But you know who doesn't approve of this? Grimlock, because he doesn't like Earth's domesticated animals.
Which is like all of them? And is it like, would he be okay with like a bison but not a cow?
I'm not sure. Maybe he means less domesticated, more like domestic.
Yeah, Bumblebee may be being like overly broad as a way of saying that he does not like cats and dogs.
Well, don't they say he doesn't like cute? Maybe he's just doesn't like species that have experienced neotenism.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, you know, cats, dogs, Margaret Keane paintings.
Humans.
But he might be okay with cows then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, cows should be fine. Well, he liked elephants.
Yeah, that's
Ferrets,
They're not domesticated,
maybe.
but still.
I mean, ferrets are domesticated, but not heavily so.
Not really.
Anyway, so...
They will poop anywhere.
So Denny and Fix-It, they're driving out in Bumblebee looking for energon, and with Denny at behind the wheel of this car wearing that Hawaiian shirt, all I can think of is that he looks like he's riding out to check out some more diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I mean,
Well, he does end
probably.
up, later in the episode, he does end up driving into backcountry.
Well, this is true. However, that goo that he ends up splattered with by the end of this episode is not donkey sauce.
No.
Anyway, everybody else is staying behind with Russell, and they're watching Invasion of the Zombie Vampire Swamp Creatures.
Oh man. So I have to wonder, as someone who got very into horror movies and slasher movies before I was old enough to rent R-rated movies from the Blockbuster, is he watching these as like TBS edited for TV versions, or is he going straight to the, like, I don't know, he's got a bootleg HBO copy or something?
I'm thinking this might be like a monster chiller horror theater kind of thing here.
Yeah,
Okay.
more likely, but then again, like, Denny buying bootleg VHSs, I could see that happening.
Also,
Bootleg
I need
VHSs.
to It's probably fair to remember that this is taking place in a time that is not the 90s. And
well, yeah, and I guess remember that, John Loy has been writing cartoons since the 80s, so there's probably a good chance he grew up with, your Goulardis and your local horror hosts.
Fritz the Night Owl? Aw, I miss Fritz the Night Owl.
I was a big Chuck and Little John guy myself, out of Cleveland.
But I definitely caught a lot of movies as, like, TBS edited versions, but they were still, especially, like, okay, so, brief side story, my sister was 3.5 years younger than me and did not share my appreciation, and I was watching Carrie, and it was, like, towards the end of the movie, and, there's a big jump scare at the very, very end. So she came in and she was like, is it gonna be scary? I was like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. And it was not fine. And that was probably second only to the moment where she came in at the very end of me watching The Low Road, as we have discussed back when we covered that episode. But that was a different reaction, but definitely a reaction to the end of something that I was watching. But yeah, I guess these days, I was, like, we have these, like, B channel, I think of them, broadcast channels now, and Comet, which is the sci-fi one, was showing a bunch of horror stuff around Halloween, and they had an edited version of Ginger Snaps, which had copious use of, like, blurring. There was a lot of, like, blurred out horrible bloody wounds and stuff, and that was kind of interesting to...
I think it would be easier to just cut that movie down so it would fit in an hour of TV instead of trying to blur it.
Yeah, just cut out all the werewolf stuff, I guess.
They put the work in. They definitely put the work in trying to make that FCC compatible. So yeah, I am sort of curious whether Russell is watching unedited horror movies or if he's watching the edited for TV stuff. Cause it can, I mean, I was watching Carrie on broadcast and that still had that jump scare. So it's still pretty scary.
So yeah, they drive off and then we are, the scrapyard is invaded by Righty, the long missing fifth component of the otherwise imprisoned Chop Shop.
Bug! Aw, he's a bug. It's weird how his arms look like they're coming from his ears.
Yes.
Well, because they're like sort of pincers, but he's also got one on top of his head, because he's also a hand.
Well, I figured, I mean, that's like a pompadour, though, more than it's an arm. But yes, it's a bug!
But anyway, he is quickly neutralized by somebody looking at him in Bat-O-Vision.
No! Oh man, it should be like in Beast Wars, where, like, later when they would do the, like, POV shots, and you had the one where Rat Trap had a little rotating wedge of cheese.
So anyway, they're all watching this movie, and the Autobots are all kind of freaked out by it, especially since apparently a woman has been screaming for 10 minutes straight in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah, but like the volume balance is so low that you can't even really tell if she's screaming.
Well, they don't want to drown out the
until
dialogue.
There's a louder scream. It's like,
But Russell, he's not afraid of anything.
Nope, that's his whole thing. Is he's like, I'm not scared of anything.
So
which is kind of why I wonder whether he's been watching these unedited or whether he's watching edited for TV versions.
He's one of those teenagers who's got or he's way too young for it, but he's still got a subscription to Fangoria.
Yes. I don't know, I kind of felt like the target audience of Fangoria was always like people who were slightly too young to be watching any of that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they decide, well, maybe we'll try and find out what he's scared of. So, it's costume time. Sideswipe tries to mimic a zombie, which does not work.
No.
Then Strongarm kind of half buries herself and says she's been hacked up by a Decepticon.
Strongarm's good at this, man, because she's doing the, like, help me.
She's
It's like,
good at
oh
the
my
acting,
god.
but not the burying.
Yeah, and not at the warning Grimlock that this was the thing that she was doing.
And then enter Grimlock straight up dressed as Leatherface.
He's got a necktie!
Yes,
I
he's
got
got a
it.
little tiny necktie.
I assume that is although I'm not sure if what he's wearing is supposed to be like the kid-friendly version of Leatherface's leather mask, or a reference to the Jason Voorhees, head bag from Friday the 13th Part 2.
Maybe. But he does have, I assume that wasn't there earlier like a Paul Bunyan style big mascot statue in this junkyard?
That's right. I assume that's where he got that giant axe.
Yeah, I was like, where did he get that Grimlock sized axe? And then I remembered, oh yeah, from a lumberjack, from a giant lumberjack.
A giant axe that he almost accidentally kills Russell with.
Yes.
Yeah.
He almost actually gets axe murdered.
Because he sees Strong Arm and he's like, oh no, Strong Arm, are you okay?
That'd be great if you just start making like the Leatherface noises.
Grimlock. But yeah, he freaks out and drops the axe and almost kills Russell with that, so good job.
Anyway, the other, everybody else gets back. They've got some energon, and they're getting some Decepticon signals. Sorry, I'm a regular
Fix it.
Yeah. From the caves underneath Crown City, so they are going to go check it out. Even though these signals quickly disappear.
So this immediately made me think of the episode of Rescue Bots with the lead mine.
Oh, right. Well, they do mention mineral deposits in the soil, which is very convenient.
It is very convenient, but I'm just going to write that off as lead.
So hey,
it's lead.
We've got another Bumblebee catchphrase here. It is gas it up and blow it out.
I
like that he says it sounded good in his head, and I'm like, how? How did it ever sound good to anyone, Pete? And also, I'm kind of wondering now if this was something that he was just always working on in the back of his mind when he was mute.
He has a list.
Like decades, if not centuries, of saved terrible catchphrase ideas.
He just has a really long text file. Oh, Scrivener. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just in the Notes app.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is saying number 9 and the grossest? Up and out is blow it. No, blow it is for monkeys only. I'm sorry.
So yeah, they all get there. They've got some bioluminescent paint that they got from the ranger station.
Yay! Remember that? I remember that.
Oh, it's a callback. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dread continuity.
So they all split up, and very quickly, Denny gets immediately lost, even though he previously said, oh, well, I know these tunnels.
Yep, he's lost.
Sure, Denny.
And it's also around here that Fix-It stays outside with Russell, and he's nervous because he's already got bot bumps.
Yeah.
Try not to think about that too hard.
Yeah, there's no visual representation of this, even though he's indicating his arm.
Yes. So immediately, Denny gets lost, and everybody else gets captured by Bat-O-Vision.
This is what happens when you split the party.
Oh.
Yeah, don't split the party.
So yeah, and much like in Aliens, everybody's signal is slowly disappearing.
Scary.
So finally, the whole team's been taken. Denny emerges from the entrance of this cave, only for this bat-like Decepticon to emerge. He is here identified as Nightstrike.
Oh man, he's even like my favorite color scheme. He's like all monochrome with glowing cyan, and he's a bat.
And he's kind of like an albino bat.
He is, yeah.
He's got a few black parts on him, but mostly white with a little bit of blue.
I guess that makes him like the Hank Azaria bat from that what's it? Doo-doo-doo.
Fern Gully, the last rainforest?
No, that was a Robin Williams bat. This is, from Anastasia. There's an evil, like, Hank Azaria goofy comedy bat that hung around with, evil wizard Rasputin, voiced by Christopher Lloyd, except when he's singing.
Oh yeah, I say, as though I've seen that movie since it was literally in the theater.
That is also the last time I saw it, but I have a good memory for movies. And also Rasputin has an incredibly Meatloaf musical number that I remember.
I should watch that again.
And it's definitely
I don't have enough new stuff to watch.
I think it's coming to Disney Plus.
Really?
Yes.
How?
They bought, it was a Fox movie. They bought Fox.
Oh, okay. So this is like how the Alien Queen is now a Disney princess.
That's right.
I understand now.
Alien Queen, Princess Leia, and yes, now Anastasia.
Ooh, that must hurt. I don't know, is Don Bluth even still alive?
Yeah, he definitely is.
Okay.
Like, didn't he, like, kickstart something like last
He's doing
year?
some sort of Dragon's Quest thing. What's that thing called?
Oh, yeah.
Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's Lair.
He's doing something with that, I think.
If he was dead, he would definitely be rolling in his grave. But he is not, so he's probably just rolling in his, like, bed.
He's rolling.
In his
well, maybe he gets royalties or
bedroom.
something on that. I don't know.
Probably.
Anyway, yeah.
Probably more royalties than he would have gotten as, like, a key animator on any of the stuff that he worked on. I assume probably part of why all of them left was because they felt they weren't getting paid enough for what they were doing.
And
well, then again,
given enough creative credit.
Disney and royalties doesn't entirely always exactly work because
speaking of aliens,
that whole thing
that's
with Alan
a thing.
Dean Foster.
Oh,
that is messed up.
Ooh. So hopefully they're giving Don Bluth some royalties if they're putting Anastasia on Fox, but who knows? Or on Disney Plus, but who knows? Oi.
Anyway, so yeah, Nightstrike. And he only appears in this episode in bat mode, but he does have a robot mode, which was revealed only in his Tiny Titan.
What?
Yeah, unlike...
this is his vehicle mode?
Well, it's his beast mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I was sort of curious about that, because it did sort of seem that, like, maybe his mode was like one of those intermediate modes, like when Arachnid would occasionally have, like, that in-between mode.
Oh, he's like a Gerwalk, but a bat.
Yeah.
But no, he does have like a straight up, like, robot mode that's kind of like, if you check his wiki page, that's his main image.
Yeah, which is weird. Like, how could that, like, what?
His legs are, I think the thing is just that his legs are very functional bipedal leg for a beast mode.
He's just like a regular bat with rather large back legs and itty bitty front arms.
Yes.
Which somehow become larger front arms in his robot mode we never see in this episode.
Yes.
I mean, one could absolutely fairly read this as being a furry mode.
Yes.
Like we get like he would have just a jet mode and then this mode. But no, apparently he's more like Filch, where he has the beast mode and then a normal robot mode that you don't actually get to see except in a Tiny Titan.
Yes.
Because he doesn't get a toy, much like Filch, and why did all the best characters not get toys in this show?
Well, this one's kind of understandable, because, like, he doesn't transform in the episode at all. At least Filch had a robot mode we see once. This guy's... Why the tiny little arms on a bat mode? He's more of a griffin than a bat.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Anyway, so...
He's cool. Neat looking, and he's scary.
Well, he's
apparently... Tom Kenny?
He is Tom Kenny, yes. Last seen around these parts when he was playing Starscream on Transformers Animated.
I will point out that at this point, I immediately look up who the Decepticon of the Week is played by, because it so frequently ends up being someone worth being aware of as I watch the episode. But yeah, this was... It's like, he's the least Tom Kenny that I think I've seen in just about anything.
I mean, it's a good voice, but he's definitely more subdued than he is playing Starscream or SpongeBob.
Literally any other character.
But I think that...
Ice King.
But I mean, I think that kind of... Because his whole deal is that he has a sonic scream that targets the fear center in the Cybertronian brain. so he's like a Scarecrow or a Mr. Fear.
Yeah, he's very mind-wipey.
Yes.
I was actually, I'm sure I saw this episode when it was new and then forgot about it largely. I was sort of curious to hear what his name was, because I was wondering if he was going to be either Night Scream or Mind Wipe.
Ooh, I want a Mind Wipe redeco in these colors.
But, oh my god, I need to do that. I need to buy an extra Mind Wipe now, so I can paint him in these colors. Yeah, and then I guess, do resin casting of new translucent blue wings.
Yeah, because the rubbery wing, I think the rubbery wings are breaking down.
That's what I hear, yes.
Yeah.
Is that the US one or the Japanese one? Because I have the Japanese one.
I think the American, although I think at that point they might have been... Oh no, they weren't identical at that point yet. No.
The biggest difference was really just that the Japanese ones had the Headmaster's anime heads, which are excellent for those of us who primarily care about Headmasters for its terrible, terrible dub.
Oh.
So I definitely wanted to be this to be the version of Mind Wipe who's concerned about Scorponok's ideas.
Anyway, so speaking of fear-inducing, he once he has incapacitated these people with his fear powers, he then drains them of their energon.
Yes!
After encasing them in a gooey, hardened cocoon,
we're going to get to that in a sec, but what part of him is this goop coming from?
I would guess the mouth, but bats don't do that.
We do never see that.
Unless,
is it his
it's a guano gag?
That was my is this his guano?
I hope not, but maybe it is.
Yeah, this is not. I
don't think that's ever really. No,
he produces enough, quick enough to encase Grimlock.
Yes,
that's frightening.
So he has now taken both Fix-It and Denny. So now it is up to Russell on his own.
Yes, the man without fear, or boy without fear, has to go in and
That's right.
There's a Jerboa jump scare.
Yes.
I think there was wait, where are Jerboas native to? Because that was gerbil.
It looked like
Fix-It suggests that one of the scary monsters that they may have encountered in the cave is a creature made of living rock, and I just thought of Korg being like, hello.
Yes, he's worried about lava, radioactive stalactites, and being eaten by a creature made of living rock.
Yes.
Oh, Jerboas are native to Africa and Asia, so it wasn't that.
Probably,
but
I think
it had giant back legs like a Jerboa.
I think it was just a weird looking mouse. Maybe a kangaroo rat? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Could have been a lost gerbil.
Yeah. Just, a rodent. But not the kind of rodent that a bat is. Bats are rodents, right?
No, they're not. No. They're chiropterans.
I need to know more about bats. I need to study bats like I have studied corvids. I must become one with the night.
You know, one of my professors in college was like an internationally recognized bat expert.
Aw, that's awesome.
He showed off his vampire bat scars on his arm.
Aren't they more closely related to dogs than rodents? Maybe
that I don't. Let's see.
It's they're not directly, but I think they were from some carnivore line.
I mean, that would make sense.
I appreciate how much this series has made us learn about zoology.
Yeah. Or try to learn about zoology. Try to remember old facts about zoo books.
Yes.
So it looks like they did split off from the group that gave rise to carnivores, pangolins, horses, and camels.
Oh, so they're distant from anything, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're maybe closest to hedgehogs, shrews, and moles.
Oh, I love hedgehogs!
Oh my! Oh, I want a flying hedgehog now.
Hedgies.
Well, my Sonic the Hedgehog fan character
has wings. Are they bat wings or are they angel wings?
Isn't there like a bat in Sonic? There's definitely some sort of
She's
fan
a sexy lady, so absolutely.
Oh, well, then there you go. There's definitely some sort of half bat, half hedgehog running around in somebody's fan fiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sonic style that's a weird corner of furry fandom.
She's like the Emma Frost of Sonic characters.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, in one of the cartoons, she ended up effectively falling in love with a human woman?
Human woman? Now you have my attention.
Or like, it was like heavily implied shipping. I don't know. I barely watched any
Hello.
Sonic.
I didn't even know you had humans on that show. I mean, I guess
I think it was Sonic X. It was one of the more recent.
I mean, I guess there's Dr. Robotnik.
I say more recent in that it was probably like 15 years ago, but.
Now, all the boring recent ones have humans. All the cool old ones had, like, furries.
Well, I guess it's all furries, and then also Dr. Robotnik, who is a human question mark?
Sort of. Well, no, wasn't the most recent one all CG with no humans, except for Robotnik? Or has there been one since?
I mean, Sonic's like a weird hedgehog person, and then, like, Dr. Robotnik is like a Jim Carrey.
Yes.
When a Jim Carrey and a hedgehog love each other very much.
No.
I'm curious. People keep saying that movie's actually okay. I'm going to have to check it out one of these days.
Yeah, I should rent that some night when I don't have like a million other things that I want to watch more.
Well, yeah, most of what I heard about it was okay. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was good Jim Carrey, at least.
Sometimes you need okay.
Yeah, these Autobots are all encased in these goop cocoons, and they are all experiencing their worst nightmares.
Oh no!
Which are all...
Well, we've got Bumblebee, so there's been some sort of fiery disaster, and then the ghost of Optimus Prime is very disappointed in him.
Yes! His terrible nightmares that Optimus Prime is literally like, I'm disappointed in you.
Which, like, that part kind of makes sense, but I was thinking, like, maybe there should be Megatrons wandering around destroying the city in the background or something. But it's just fire and disappointed Optimus Prime.
We don't have Frank Welker in this series.
We do, just like his silhouette. Something.
We've already...
Well, we get Frank Welker much later.
Okay, good. We already have Peter Cullen as an occasional call-in, so...
Mm-hmm. And the Strong Arm, her greatest nightmare is breaking the law.
Being accused of breaking the law and being chased down.
She's being chased by the Kaon City Police, which as a Cybertronian geography nerd, I have to wonder if we had previously established as where they had been.
Was originally Decepticon City, but isn't that where Bumblebee and Jazz were supposed to have met in the past?
Yes.
So, Kaon may not be bad.
I don't think it's as firmly established as an exclusively Decepticon city as, like, Iacon is established as an Autobot city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's just a city on Cybertron that occasionally, for instance, gets used as a character in the DJD.
Mm-hmm. And Sideswipe, he is trapped in an endless traffic jam.
No!
And then finally crushed into an invisible box, preventing him from moving.
He devolves into, he gets Daffy Ducked in Duck Amuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is like, okay, that was at least the most visually interesting of the nightmares. Because he gets compressed in the borders of the screen, crush him. It's like that.
He's claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Fix-It is thrown out in the garbage.
No, baby.
Okay, that's the only one that's really actually horrifying. Because it explains a lot.
It does kind of explain a lot about the poor, and everybody's talking about how there's like muttering about how he's broken and obsolete.
Yes.
And
and his stuttering about like, he can be fixed. Fix it. Fix it.
Oh, baby.
Oh, that one's dark.
Poor baby.
And then finally, Grimlock, his nightmare is a kitty.
No!
Yeah. Oh, that gag would have hit better if more of the others were actually kind of scary, instead of just odd personality quirk inconveniences. But yeah, he climbs up on this sunny hill with a tree. He climbs up the tree trying to get away from the cat from the beginning of the episode, which is just adorable.
Yes.
Meow, meow.
I will say, I don't know if they like just straight up ADR'd someone's cat meowing, but my cat Benjen was definitely like, what's that? What's that cat saying? He was sitting on his cat tree, like just to the side of the TV, and I noticed him perk up and start looking around when he heard that cat meowing.
And so, yeah, Denny is also in here, but obviously none of this is actually working on him, so he's just kind of stuck in here.
Yes, he is a human. He does not have Cybertronian brain impulses. Yeah. So he doesn't have energon, and he is kind of like, why are you even keeping me here? I'm not any good to you.
Yeah, he says, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I do like how sort of blasé Nightstrike is.
Yeah, he's just...
And speaking of things that the episode is kind of blasé about, notice that there are a bunch of cocoons behind the Autobots?
Yeah.
And that there were a bunch of Decepticon signals that disappeared.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think they're just a bunch of dead guys in here.
And it's his own, I don't want to say his own people, because as we've seen, the Decepticons are not necessarily a cohesive unit, but yeah.
No, but he's just, this guy's just straight up, he is a Decepticon serial killer.
Yeah. I like him even more now.
Yeah, because apparently at the beginning there are 5 Decepticon life signals, on the monitor.
Yeah.
And we later find out there are 2 Decepticons who we see in here.
Yeah, and and he's like, oh, it was the mineral content of the dirt around it. But yeah, I guess it's because they got eaten.
Yeah.
Whoa, he got eaten.
And speaking of the other Decepticon here, it's Righty, who has also been imprisoned here. I wonder what an arm bug has nightmares of.
I don't know. Getting hit?
Being a leg?
Getting like shut in a car door.
Oh no! Getting swatted. Maybe exactly what he's having to deal with now, which is having the rest of his body imprisoned where he can't get to it. Having to just continue skittering around as a bug.
It's like one of those evil hand transplant movies, but it's from the perspective of the hand.
Yes.
So in this case, the villain is Michael Caine.
Ooh, that'd make for a good short story. A stupid one, but...
I would do it, except it would...
Then,
it would be inspired by the end of Bride of Reanimator.
Also, the Hand is a much better movie if Michael Caine gets, like, a robotic spider for a hand.
Aw, man. I want a robotic spider.
That movie is terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, they all get, so Righty ends up getting freed as, Russell is kind of running around with, like, a pointy rock, trying to get these guys out of here, and he and Denny are kind of like a double act where they're switching off.
Yeah, it's a decent running gag.
Whilst evading Nightstrike.
Yes.
Literal running.
Yeah, so initially, Righty is no help. But, he does have a bit of a change of heart, and he does huck one of these cans of fluorescent paint at Nightstrike.
Yeah, to blind him for a second.
Yeah, he gets freed, and he's just, Bumblebee, like, pleads with him to help them, and he just appears to GTFO out of there. Bumblebee's just like, ugh.
He does do one good deed.
But yeah, he does stick around and do one good deed before presumably disappearing.
Mm. And so they, everybody gets freed. They turn off their ears, which prevents Nightstrike's weapon from working, and they quickly beat him up.
Well, yes. Grimlock beats him up. It's a very short fight, much like Godzilla versus Godzilla versus the Giant Bat from the animated... Godzilla versus Camazotz from the Godzilla movie versus King Kong that has yet to come out, although we know the bat's coming out, although I think it's also going to be in a comic prequel to that or something. Ooh. Point is, Godzilla in various forms has fought multiple giant bats.
I mean, everybody knows what a bat looks like, and it's a thing you can do with, like, a big puppet, I guess. And he's already fought a giant moth and a giant pterodactyl.
Question mark.
It hasn't happened in any of the Japanese material. It's been all in, like, the Dark Horse comic book, the animated sequels to the movie, the American movie that was garbage, and, the new American movie that has yet to come out, might come out next year. Godzilla. Wow, when was Godzilla vs. King Kong supposed to come out? I think it was supposed to come out like in...
It was definitely this year.
Yeah, it was this year. It was
think.
like
maybe
really
even
early.
in the spring.
Yeah, it was kind of early.
I am resisting the urge to go into a deep dive on the presence of bats in Japan and how they just don't have a significant cultural significance like they do in...
Do they have bats in Japan?
That's my question.
I don't know.
I would assume that they have to
they're
because
widespread.
bats are like everywhere. It's like saying,
Yeah,
do they have mice in Japan?
They should.
Isn't there a Gamera movie where he fights a bat?
What he fights a vampire bird lizard thing called Gauss, which does suck
Okay,
blood.
that's what
yes.
I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah, the Japanese house bat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Does it have little house slippers?
Little house bat.
Its Wikipedia page is in fact very cute.
Aww, I have to look that up. But yeah, I
Anyway,
guess...
Kind of got its little mouth open, but yeah.
I am kind of excited about the new Godzilla vs. King Kong when it eventually does come out, because if Camazotz is in it, Camazotz is like an Aztec god, I think, or
Yeah, like I believe the Aztec god of darkness.
yeah, so it's a good name.
Actually, my professor brought this up. He was always talking about bats, and like if there was a bat-themed supervillain who attacked our campus, he would be like suspect number 1.
Oh, Japanese
that
house
is-
bat is like an adorable.
That is a
adorable
very
bat.
cute. It's very adorable.
So yeah, we all head back to the scrapyard. We seal Nightstrike into his coffin,
Yeah. I mean...
and Russell finally admits
He is a bat.
that I was actually very frightened of losing my dad to this robot bat. So I am afraid of things. Of course, Grimlock insists that he's not afraid of anything, and then that cat comes back and he runs away.
I kind of want to go back and take a closer look at Nightstrike and his stasis thing, because I really feel like he should be in there upside down, and he probably wasn't.
Yeah.
He is not.
Aw, that's sad. Don't they
And unfortunately,
understand bats sleep upside down?
And unfortunately, I don't think he comes back.
Oh, but he's a good Bep. He's such a good Bep.
And he's a neat design, and like it seems like a waste to create that and never use it again. Admittedly, he doesn't have a robot.
And I mean,
in the show.
Tom Kenny is, I'm sure he's a pretty high-priced voice actor, as voice actors go, because he is SpongeBob. But he's a guy who you could get back.
He's definitely an A-lister, but he seems like an A-lister who shouldn't, like, his agent information is readily available.
No.
And also, if he, teams up with, Steeljaw, that's, Dracula teaming up with the Wolfman.
Ah, that would be great.
Now you just need a guy who's like a Frankenstein.
I guess I'm just going to have to write all of his existence myself, because he is my new second favorite on this show.
Well, I think we're gonna have to wait until next episode for a Frankenstein.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess the doctor, as in the Frankenstein, not as in Frankenstein's monster.
Well, yes, but you have a Frankenstein laying around. He can make a Frankenstein's monster.
But the doctor was the monster.
But what about that movie, I, Frankenstein?
Oh, I
That's not a
watched
doctor.
that. That was the one with, what's his Two-Face, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched that.
Because, the defining characteristic of Frankenstein is that he's really handsome.
And good with, giant swords or something?
There's swords, he's also, super jacked.
Yeah.
He's fighting a bunch of gargoyles in that movie? That's a bad movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I only watched it once, and I remember it being fun in a very stupid, just extremely stupid way.
Oh, isn't that, vaguely tied to, those vampire versus werewolf movies?
The same writer.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kevin Greveux, who's also in that movie. He's
in that one? I knew he was in
he's also an actor. He's he's a black actor. He's an enormous guy with an incredibly deep voice. Who's always
he's got
playing,
a big Satan voice, yeah, so he's great.
he's got the voice of the devil.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's
wow.
always playing henchman, but he's actually he's a really sharp guy who writes a bunch of movies.
Nice. Again, I have such a backlog of movies to rewatch. I don't know that rings
It's
high
probably
on it.
not worth rewatching.
No.
Anyway, so it is a fun episode. I enjoy the I'll make you experience your worst nightmares, kind of, master of fear type villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good setup. I wish the nightmares were just more interesting.
I think Strong Arms is pretty funny.
Yes. I thought maybe hers would just be like, not just the chase, but the actual act of accidentally committing a crime. And
there's not
distractedly stepping on some grass that has a sign that says keep off the grass.
Yeah.
Accidentally tearing a tag off a mattress.
Just not the chase, but the moment of realizing that you have done something terrible that you did not intend to do.
That would be more frightening for her.
Also, I feel like this meshes very well with the fact that the New Mutants movie has just come out. Speaking of nightmares out of people's heads, so haha, teaser for something coming up on Patreon, maybe.
That's right.
Yeah, a thing that I didn't think was real until I saw it in Target the other day. It's like, the hell? So I had to buy it. Which is also really lucky. I've been thinking about, I wonder if the new Bill and Ted is out. Oh, if I find that, I'd be really disappointed if I can't find the other two in a triple pack, because I do have the second one on DVD that I got from Pizza Hut one day, but I didn't have the first one, and then I found a triple pack, and then I found, what the fuck, New Mutants is actually out.
It's a thing that exists. I keep forgetting that, digital availability means nothing to you because your internet is terrible.
Well, yes, my internet is terrible, I figured. But I didn't even hear about the announcement about it being on digital. I just, nobody in any of my friend circles or internet, on Discords or whatever, had mentioned it coming out.
Yeah, I saw it on the rack and I had to check to make sure that, I checked next to make sure they didn't have the day the clown cried.
I thought I'd slipped it into an alternate dimension for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was actually available yet until you posted a picture of having bought it, and then I checked Google Play Movies, which I usually use for my digital rentals, and it was on there, and I was like, I know what I am doing as soon as possible.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I bought it.
Well, you should.
I gotta watch Mandalorian next.
Well, you have to. I watched that the same, that, and then I did a lot of watching things yesterday. Got a lot of use out of my chair. Anyway, that is a good plug for our Patreon coming up for December.
That's right. So, I believe that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Yay! Oh, wait, what is it? Welcome to this episode on QQ Sentai Go-Go 5! The man Matoi could not beat off. This episode...
Darth Ligma?
No, not Ligma. I did remember about Ligma the other day when I had to share it in a Tokusatsu Discord, and it's like, Ligma. It's like, but it's Raima! Yes, but the subtitler took the chance to spell it Ligma.
Have I mentioned the I think it was a copy of a Chinese bootleg not fan sub, but a bootleg sub of Turn A that I tried to watch, that would, in the same line, alternate between Roland and Lauren for the main character?
Oh, yeah. Inconsistencies. That's a normal thing. In the subs for the monster of this episode is Lake Beast Gabara, but at least I think it's supposed to be Lake Beast, because the official sub said Rake Beast. Mm-hmm. It's like that.
Does he have big rakes for hands?
Yeah, that's...
Or is he does he have a monocle and a cane?
Those are two very different concepts, a lake and a rake.
Yeah.
Well, I guess rake. Speaking of Freddy Krueger, it's like that. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where groundskeeper Willie is Freddy Krueger and he's attacking people with rakes.
Yes.
Oh, it might actually.
Please to rake your acquaintance.
He does have a large trident that maybe it's supposed to be a rake, but
no, it's a lake.
He's a kappa. He's a aquatic turtle monster
kappa
with a trident. So he comes out of a lake. So I would think Lake Beast makes more sense than Rake Beast.
Disappointed that the Cap'n hasn't showed up in Animal Crossing New Horizons yet. Speaking of
Kappa's
kappas.
My favorite weird Japanese mythical monster because it's just a turtle monster is kind of rare, and Okay, admittedly, its habits of feeding are kind of disgusting, but...
Yes.
I think I like the one that's giant skeleton.
I forget what that was called, but yeah, it's like just this monstrous skeleton. Which one of them shows up in Pompoko.
Apparently it is called a Gasha Dokuro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're what the fuck? There was an anime that had like a bunch of like butlers and maids living at a hotel, and they were all based upon monsters. No, it wasn't Black Butler. They were based upon monsters, and one of them was based upon that skeleton, but it was just this short girl who turns into a giant skeleton. I'll have to look that up afterwards. Anyway, this episode is basically about Red's old boyfriend from the FDNY comes to visit.
Yay!
That's effectively the episode. Well, rival, kind of, but like...
So how accurately is America portrayed? Is this like a guy like a cowboy?
Is he Chibbity Crockett? Is he literally just Chibbity Crockett?
No, they don't go over the top. He's just this Japanese actor. They didn't even get a gaijin actor or anything. Like, that would have been fun. But no, he's just this Japanese guy who went to the FDNY, and he has a helmet from the FDNY, and that's basically the only...
And he's just wearing it around?
Well, not for the entire episode, but parts.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's wearing a helmet later that has the FDNY emblem, I think. From what it looks like. But it's like, no gaijin. Anyway, he comes in, he insults the Red Ranger, because he shows up, and Red is like really embarrassed, because apparently on their first day of training, this guy had to rescue him, because Red was a klutz. And since then, he's been second to this guy. He's like, he wanted to be as good as, but he's always in his shadow. Which is where you get the ex-boyfriend motif from, which was... I think I've been talking to Jen too much. I saw it really obviously. But anyway, so it's them. They're competing. They have a ramen eating contest, and Red loses, and it just goes. And then the monster shows up out of a lake, and the Rangers defeat it really easily because it gave in and fell into the lake. It's a turtle monster. It's not dead. It fell in the lake. And then it goes about causing an earthquake, and while Red and the FDNY guy are out manning each other, trying to do a fireman's race while carrying like a hose and an oxygen tank in the woods, an earthquake happens again, and then they have to rescue a small child. Thankfully, the child isn't important to the episode, other than being a MacGuffin. It doesn't even have any lines or names. It is just child.
You know, child.
So they're doing that while the other Rangers are fighting the Kappa monster again, and it's not a bad episode. It's just a really simple episode. Rival comes to town, want to beat Rival. Rival is still better than me. Oh, but I'm a Power Ranger now, so I'm technically better. I have a giant robot. Isn't the giant robot cool?
I mean, that kind of does top everything else, just being like, I have a giant robot.
My favorite little running gag of the episode is at the beginning, the guy from the FDNY insults their dad, Mondo. Like, oh, this is the guy that disappeared on you like 10 years ago and left you alone. Ain't he an asshole? Sup, Dad? So he's annoyed the entire episode. And then at the very end, when the FDNY guy's like, wow, that robot is cool. That's what you were doing for 10 years. Then Mondo's all smug face at him. That was interesting. Although it ends up Mondo coming out on top, and he's a jerk who left his family for 10 years.
You know, like you do. That's fine.
You built robots. Robots are cool, but like, you had a family, dude. Oh.
I would leave my family for 10 years to build robots.
Yeah. And there's not enough of the cool Kappa monster in the episode, though. Because it's a really good design, because like, the shell on
I like
back
the skulls. Just the skulls at its neck.
He's got a skull necklace. He's purple, but like the turtle shell is almost like a cobra hood that's over his shoulder. Oh, it's a really neat design.
He's got a beak because Kappas have beaks.
Because Kappa. He's got bat ears, but whatever, but fine. The rest of him's great design.
Alright. So, I believe that brings us to the end of the episode. Until next time, you can find us all over the internet. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and as previously mentioned, we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. And every month we do a special episode. There are movies again, not in theaters, but yeah, sort of.
But there were not movies when we did the last episode, which was Transformers Zone.
Yes, for November,
right.
I finally made everybody watch Transformers Zone, which is something that is available on YouTube and barely anywhere else. But it is out there. It's wacky. It's got a lot of Micromasters in it. Rob knows a lot about Micromasters, as it turns out, which is very enjoyable.
And we do a lot of digressions about late Transformers G1 stuff.
Listen, they're not just micros, they're Micromasters.
Yes.
The only micros who transform.
So, for December, we've been going on for like literally years now about getting to watch New Mutants. I'm a big X-Men person. Rob is, of course, a big Marvel person in general. And it kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. And then, like, there was a company buyout and there was a pandemic and all the theaters closed. And then they tried to put it in theaters, but none of us wanted to go to theaters because what the hell? Why?
I know they were going to put it in theaters. Did it actually come out in theaters?
Yeah, the theater down the street from me.
Oh.
Because I moved to a new apartment that was like a short walk to a theater, and then almost immediately everything had to close. But yeah, I definitely saw that they were showing it for a bit, and I was like, there is no way you could get me in a theater around the people I live around, the people in this town, during a pandemic to watch a movie. So it is finally out on, I want to say home video because I'm 42 years old, and streaming. So I have watched it. The guys are going to watch it soon. It's going to be, it's very exciting. I have a lot to say about it. And I've been trying not to spill it all over Twitter because, like, most people have not gotten a chance to see it yet. So
most people didn't know it was coming out. Like, I thought I slipped into an alternate dimension when I found the combination 4K Blu-ray DVD in a store.
I did see it at Target when I went yesterday, but that was knowing it would be there. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, so rest assured we will watch it with the focused totality of our being.
Yes.
Oh, Claremont jokes ahoy!
I'm still having a lot of feelings. So yeah, as for as little as $1 a month, you can join our Patreon and get access to all the new episodes and the back catalog. So it's pretty cool. Pretty good deal there.
Yeah. So until next time, when we need somebody, anybody, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
Okay. I'm recording. The line is moving. The squiggles are possibly an adequate size.
Yeah, they'll do. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I gotta grab my notes. Wait a second.
Okay.
That would help.
It's a shame this didn't line up that this could have been our Halloween episode.
It's a shame this didn't line up that this is going to be our Christmas episode for Sentai. But yeah, this would have been a good Halloween episode.
Spooky.
Benjamin has decided if I'm not going to sit in the big chair, he will sit in the big chair. But then when he looked up at me, his ear was flopped back, so I had to fix it.
Okay.
Oh,
okay, we're all good to go?
Yeah, I'll be opening tabs to get episode. Oh, there we go. It's over there.
But you can't get tab anymore.
No, you can't.
Oh.
They're discontinuing it because it's not 1965.
Because it tastes worse than other colas, and colas suck to begin with. Except for Dr. Oopsie.
Basically, all of the people All of the people who had a strong attachment to it are dead now, and no one new is going to drink it.
Well, there's still people in Jersey that probably want it, or Philadelphia. But
Those fools.
Well, yes.
It's the official soft drink of Gritty.
Probably. Oh, he probably has a stockpile. Because, like, the only place I remember ever seeing Tab, really, was in vending machines down in college in South Jersey.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright.